put my marker right here. And then I go back over to this page. I scroll up to the top. I cleaned it up for 2026, so it's much, much gooder. Yeah.
Yeah.
60,
59, 58,
this is a countdown.
57.
This is the countdown.
It is. All right.
4. This
Mr.
continues to be a
Steady.
countdown to the Slade and Mayson Show.
51
50,
seconds.
49.
And then the music will
48,
start.
listening to the countdown.
Get ready.
The Slade and Mayson
Get
Show.
your coffee warmed up.
44.
Come on.
43.
I haven't had
52.
my coffee this
Countdown.
morning.
The Slade and Mason
40.
Show. 39. 38. Right now. 37. You're listening to
37.
35. The Slade and Mayson Show.
Mm.
33. Please stand by as you're listening to the countdown to the Slade and Mayson Show. 27. This is 6. Countdown to the Slade and Mason Show. 23. 22. Keep on.
That's my sound of my bomb.
Slade and
Okay.
Mayson Show. 18. 17. Stand by. 16.
Hey, I think I got to go to the bathroom. I guess I better wait an hour. Yeah, I guess we better.
11.
Oh,
Yes. 10.
pinch it, pinch it.
6. 5, 4, 3,
No peekaboo here.
1.
Totally lost JD.
Now broadcasting from the Dan Mason Studios, deep in the heart of Virginia. It's the Slade and Mayson Show.
I'm pinching it, man. I'm pinching it.
Wiggle back and forth in your seat. Oh, the things we won't talk about.
And we've already teased with it.
Hi, I'm JD Slade.
I'm Dan Mason,
And this is the Slade and Mayson Show.
Well, good morning, Mr. Slade, and welcome to another installment of the Slade and Mayson Show. This is a radio program.
Now, hold on just a second. Yeah, gone. It's like usually he says, "Hello, Mr. Slade."
We did that before they came on.
He's trying to rush that. It's like a radio show.
We came on before and said good morning. Oh, we didn't publicly say good morning.
That's right. So
All
again,
right.
let's follow the script. Man. The one that you don't have in front of you. Oh, really? Okay.
Man.
All right. Now we're talking about
I
language.
guys fresh water in there. I don't know. Let's go. All right. Good morning, Mr. Slade.
Good morning, Mr. Mason.
And welcome to yet another installment of the Slade and the Mason Show. This is a podcast. In case you couldn't figure that out, since you're
You
listening
know what?
to it, as a podcast.
I've got a very good compromise for you here,
Yeah.
so that I don't have to, choke you the next time I see you.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you started it out like this is a podcast that has similar feel to radio programs.
All right. Let me try that. This is a podcast. It's just like a radio program where we're going to share with you news stories and things we see throughout the week. It's going to be our take on it. Basically, you're saying the same things you never hear on the radio. We're just trying to have some fun. Don't take it all too seriously. Just enjoy.
Racial violence.
All the music is brought to you by Dano Music, unless we tell you otherwise. Go check out the picture
with a hate crime.
I hate you, Mason. There's a picture in 2016 from Instagram. There's one from 2022 in Twitter. I'll just say Twitter because that's what it was at the time. And then there are two pictures from Facebook, which is now Meta in 2024, and one from 25. So yeah, if you're enjoying what you're listening to, it's a comedy podcast. We're just gonna have some fun. Just don't take it too seriously.
We'll let you know whether it's comedy in the next minutes.
And as always, we're brought to you by Icy Something, Icy Treats. We'll talk about that at the break, but at least our internet connection is working and our phones are not offline.
Do you have echo?
Yeah, well, always.
Sounds like a you problem.
Yeah. Now, this past week, things were not so great with the world of connections and Verizon. Were you around for that one?
Verizon. Nope, I don't have
Oh,
Verizon.
okay.
I'm smart. I use a cheap one.
Okay. So like 2, 3, I don't know, 4, maybe 15. They won't tell you how many millions of people offline. Like it just, and all of a sudden your phone just says SOS only, no signal. And That was
And
it.
do you know that that is, again, that is one of the saddest things because people, when they lose their phone connection, they also lose their ever loving minds.
Yes.
I
Yes.
mean, why, see, that's another reason. I will walk out of my house and I'll be gone for an hour or two, and my phone will be sitting on my desk because I just don't think that I am so important that I need to be able to reach at a moment's notice. Not unless it's my kids, but they'll leave a message.
Well, with me and my iffy cars, I will always take a phone with me.
Who are using those iffy cars.
That's the hazard. And I did that one time. I decided I was not going to take my phone with me, or I forgot my phone, or what the heck it was. I just walked out of the house. And sure as donuts, what's my last name? Murphy. My car broke down. And as it turned out, the only telephone number I could recall was my local mechanic. That was the only number I could conjure up in my brain. I went, oh, da, 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 da. Oh, psh, all right. I called it. I was stuck on the road. All right, Mr. Mason, we'll get a tow truck over there. So, so with my cars, I don't care if it's a mile down the road anymore.
Yeah, but you mentioned something else that again, I still, like I say, I still believe in my pen and paper, and I still write down phone numbers. Again, I can't find them after I write them down.
Well, there you go.
Down the phone number, as opposed to relying on this little box in my hand that get me into more trouble than a wayward wife.
Oh, we don't want that. No. So, stay the hell away from that one. Okay, now.
Hey, listen, hey, buddy.
But,
hey, buddy.
yeah.
Buddy. I just figured I'd start this conversation because everything is happening in the world. It's like in our country seems to be going to hell in a handbasket. But there was something that just brightened my spirit this week. And you know what it was?
The release song of the South?
No. Monkeys on the Loose in Missouri.
What?
Okay, listen. Now, it sounds like the sequel to Congo, but here without the jungle jazz. Now, no Velvet Monkeys. Now, the Velvet Monkeys have been spotted roaming around O'Fallon Park near St. Louis for days, and nobody knows where they came from. Wildlife officials are still trying to round them up. But here's the way it was described. There are monkeys on the loose, at least 4 or maybe 1. Again, in that part of St. Louis, social media is having a field day with rumors, including a wandering goat cameo.
4 or 1.
They actually saw one of the monkeys and a goat.
Now, this reminds me of when I first went to the local radio station you and I were working with. And I did the overnight temperatures, and I said, oh, we're going to get a high of 57 because the temperature was going up, and you yelled at me. You said, no. We'll have a low of 57. I said, yeah, but the temperature's going up. I said, it doesn't matter. You just say it's a low up. Anyway, we had that argument. So same thing. It's as many as 4, maybe just 1.
Yeah, I mean, I can't make this stuff up. This is a real news story, man. It's like monkeys in the loose in Missouri.
There are 10,000 monkeys, possibly just 1, in the St. Louis, Missouri areas. So, someone lost their pet monkey is what it comes down to.
Well, and it always reminds me because when I was a baby, my parents thought that it would be cool to have a monkey.
Hell no.
And they got this little what the hell, rhesus monkey.
Mm-hmm.
And, they had clothes for him. Mm-hmm. And, again, and he could walk around the house. But once baby Slade was born, the monkey tended to like, hey, what is he eating on, man? What is that thing he's got in his hands that he's sucking on? I think I want that. Mm-hmm. And so the monkey would end up grabbing my bottle, and I squealing on the monkey. And so after enough times of this happening, my father, in his infinite wisdom, decided, well, we need to take Petey for a walk. Mm-hmm. Now, remember, I was born in December. So we are now in the coldest part of the year. And my dad took Petey out with no clothes on. When Petey came back to the house, the first thing he did was he got himself next to the radiator and just shivered and shivered and shivered. And then Petey was gone.
Let that be a lesson to you, boys and girls. Don't play with monkeys. Now, the other great thing about phones is this past week, I purchased a new replacement phone.
You didn't purchase it. You found it in some old drawer.
No. I went to a website that sells used phones, and
listen, ladies and gentlemen, you hear this guy? It's like, here again, one of the things that he uses most of all, and he goes to a pick apart to get
basically.
So I'm talking with Mr. Mason yesterday.
I'm looking for a 2022 Samsung A42. You got one of them?
Well, I actually got educated because I didn't understand why I have all these. I mean, I have all these phones in one of my drawers. My first flip phone. Again, and then it's like I updated because every time you add a number to the G, your phone becomes worthless.
That's correct. You get half the phone calls now. I was explaining to him, like, right now we're on 5G. And as a backup, there still is 4G. But 3G was turned off about 3 years ago? When did you get your new phone?
It eliminated 2 of my phones.
Yep. Now, there are some countries that are still running the old 3Gs. There are some countries using the old 2Gs and 1Gs. As a matter of fact, that's why those old Nokias are really good for getting them into certain prisons. How they get there, I don't want to talk about it in public, but they magically make the way in, and then people use them.
Do you know that I actually helped a criminal?
Look, if you voted for Trump, I can't get into that.
No,
we won't do that.
Any criminals. One of my oldest friends was he was a bad boy. He's still a bad boy that I know, but I don't associate with him anymore because of this incident. So he went to jail, and they had him on a work release thing, and he was painting and refurbishing this house. Well, it's like he got a hold of me while he was out, and he said, "Hey, JD, look, man, you do me a favor." It's like, yeah, okay, what do you want? Give me a cell phone. And I actually gave him a cell phone that he used for about a month until they found said cell phone. Now, here I am. I am contributing to criminal activity by helping to smuggle a cell phone into a prison.
Wait a minute. Did you knowingly know that he was not allowed to have a cell phone?
Absolutely. I'm familiar with jail.
Let me try that again. Nope, that's not what I said. JD, did you absolutely know for a fact that while he was on his release, was not allowed to have access to a cell phone? Do you have in your possession the parameters of his release papers? Do you have a copy of that?
No, I do not.
Okay, then you would not have foreknowledge, Your Honor.
I also know that they do not allow prisoners who to have beer. I also brought him a beer.
How do you know that during the release things get looser? He's supposed to have chains on his feet, right? He didn't have chains on his feet. He didn't have handcuffs on. He probably had a hammer and a paintbrush.
And a jumper, orange jumpsuit.
A red jumpsuit. So kind of made him stand out a little bit. But, you're out in the real world, I mean, he could probably walk up to a 7-Eleven and go, I'd like a beer, if he had money in his hands, right? Is he allowed to hold money? I don't know.
No.
Well, you say these things like you know them to be fact, but you don't know these to be fact.
Listen, brother, look, let's talk cultural differences. How many nights have you spent in jail?
0.
Thank you. I, on the other hand, have spent a couple of nights under the guise of being taken care of by the county.
Okay, but here's the difference. So I've had family members who have spent time, and I go, yeah, I ain't doing that. Nope, nah, nope. Hey, Dan, you want to try this stuff? No, nope, nope. Let me think about that. Have that. Sleep on cement floor. Let me think about it. Nope.
Yeah, they do not have comfortable beds in jail. It's
No,
like
they don't. So
big metal part where they got this 1-inch mattress and no pillows.
so my argument is, I would, if someone walked up to me and said, "Can I have $5?" I'm not looking at their jumpsuit. I'm not looking at, I'll give someone $5. If I have $5, I'm going to give them $5. If they then take the $5 and they go into a local 7-Eleven and they get Boone's Farm apple wine, I have no control over that. By the way, you could actually make that stuff in prison. It's a lot easier. I'll get into that sometime. But
Yeah,
anyway.
Diddy's already been busted for having homemade wine.
Oh.
I mean, this toilet wine. Just hearing it called toilet wine just.
Yeah, great. Basically, you want to put it in a plastic bag. Yeah.
I don't care. That plastic bag is going to touch that toilet water.
No, we're not going to have it in the toilet. Oh, you mean the back? Is there a
Yeah.
tank back there?
Yeah.
They have the tank? I thought they were tankless.
No, it's like some of them have the tanks because some of them are full jails.
Well, if they're tankless, that's fine because that's just fresh water with rust, which is okay. But I'm not going to put the goods in there. I'll put it in a plastic bag in the back. And actually, that'll keep it nice and cool, and the temperature will be consistent.
I got to tell you
great.
this. I got
Let
to
me
tell
think
you
about
this.
this.
It's going to be gross. Are you ready?
Go ahead.
When I was a youth,
All right, here we go.
really,
Oh, I know you're going with this.
I always wondered.
I don't know where people get the idea to do this. Go ahead.
Always wondered.
There it
Gee,
is.
I wonder, boy, that water in that tank is really cold. So I thought to myself, what happens if boy, that is really cold water.
I don't know where he's going with this. I thought I knew where he was going.
My partner is now getting sick because I'm just telling him I'm drinking out of the back of the toilet bowl.
Oh, it's safe. That's safe water.
No, it is not.
Yeah, it is. All right, what's in that tank? What's in the tank? You got a ceramic tank.
Yeah,
You've got a metal rod.
you got rust.
You've got some plastic assemblies.
You got some stuff that's floating on the top of the water.
That would be maybe mold. You know.
So a real safe drink of water.
Yeah. So what you do is you flush it a couple of times, let it fill up, and then drink it. You're fine.
Remember when we were kids, our outdoor thirst quencher was a garden hose.
That's right. That's right. But tank water's fine. It's
Well,
fine.
I lived through it, but it's like I years later I thought, oh God, I actually did. There are things that I did when I was young that actually
I think we all did.
Again, it's like, and I like I said, hey, but I lived through it.
Yes.
So tough I am, man.
Now, the consumption of water should not concern you. I think what's more concerning is we have literally turned the food pyramid up on end.
You see that? I mean, everything that was bad for us
is now good for you. We recommend 47 ounces of steak each day with about a gallon of milk, if you can handle that. And, of course, stop having hydrogenated vegetable. Let's get some lard in your system. And those vegetables, optional. The grains, whatever. I was like, wait, what bizarro land am I now living in?
All those years ago where we were taught the food table. It's like, and it was a pyramid.
Okay, boys and girls, look at your chompers. Okay, you got all those molars in there. You got the incisors. You got a couple of cutting. That's a combination.
Yes, yeah.
It shouldn't be a pyramid. It should be like a big rectangle. The food rectangle.
Well, of course, you also got to remember that these are the recommendations of a guy who looks like a wilted grape.
A wilted grape that's been left in the sun and stepped on by Myrna as she's walking to the grocery store. All right.
You don't want to hear this guy sing a song to you or nothing.
No. Merry Christmas. Oh, man. Hey, we talked about phones earlier. I got a phone call this past week.
I get them all the time, man. I don't answer them.
Oh, my gosh.
Because they're usually asking for Robert Wade.
This thing had so many digits on it. I thought it was like launch codes to ICBM. I was like, what the hell is this coming in here? It took up 2 lines. And I'm like, what is this? And all of a sudden, I listened to the message, finally got a chance to listen to the message. And it was, hello, Mr. Dan Mayson. My name is Jonathan. I am calling Madison. The Disney store that is giving telephone number for Madison. If you email.com. Wow. So I took a recording. I dropped it into Adobe's cleanup. It estimated that 80% of what this fellow said was noise. But it's something about he's from Nigeria. Okay. That explains why I got 67 characters here for his telephone number. He's from Nigeria. His name was Jonathan. That's all I got. And he's calling about someone by the name of Madison. I don't know if that's a woman, a child, a dog. I don't know if it's a man. I don't know if it's a favorite Fruit Loops or something like that. But anyway, something by the name of Madison. And then talked about at the Disney store. The Disney store hasn't been in Nigeria since 2004. So...
Oh, they want somebody to bring back a Disney store.
He wanted me to call him back. I elected not to return his phone call.
Very good move.
And I blocked him. So that's my Nigerian phone call. That was funny as all get out.
You mentioned phone numbers, so it's like, now here's the thing.
Oh yeah, it came up. It's like 23564218772556910821347967992134567825252325252321999.
Phone call that I have gotten a couple of times from VA and then like 14 digits.
Yeah, no.
And I'm like, what? So it's like, I always say, if I don't recognize a number, leave a message. That's why I have voicemail.
That's right. That's what I do.
But when I go back and I listen to the message they left, here's what I get. Your Medicare Part A and Part B may not be enough.
Or it's, hi, this is Jessica. I'm calling from the loan department. Listen, you have been authorized and you can receive up to the... Who?
Columbia Gas loves to call me. Oh, we want to talk to you about your overdue gas bill.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, well, number one, I haven't used gas in as far as heat or propane in probably almost 20 years.
Mm-hmm. So I'm not sure what this is all about.
But I figure, okay, well, they're probably calling another Robert Wadi. And so
This is Officer Galumpy from the Galumpy organization. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, so that's always fun. But that was my fun.
I miss the old days because I was famous for telephone pranks, man.
Mm-hmm.
I would send pizza to people's houses.
You are that evil person. I'm not supposed to hang out with you anymore. So
like I said, I would send pizza and cabs to my next door neighbor. And I would
you are.
Pull up, and then I would just be falling on the floor. Well, but again,
now they have caller ID, so they can't do that anymore.
Caller ID sort of destroyed that. I mean, that was great. You had a beef against a neighbor. I'll fix you. I'll have 16 pizzas sent to your house.
Oh my gosh! All right, so do you know the latest and greatest on my Corolla?
Oh, that's right. I did want to get caught up on this because
we tried to do this last week and the week before. We didn't get a chance to. So.
It's always interesting to find out when Dan, because Dan is frugal. Let's just put it that way.
Cheap.
And Dan, like I say, if something goes out in Dan's car, he is not going to take it to his mechanic. He's going to go to pick a part, and he's going to find the part, and he's going to find a way to put it on his vehicle. So what's going on with the Corolla now?
Well, okay. So right now, I'm getting the transmission dealt with, but I was doing some research because I had to drive it down to Richmond, which is a pain in the ass because you got to hold it exactly 70 miles an hour. You don't want to go over 70 because if you go over 70, there's a good chance it could be copped down the road. Especially don't go over 80 because that is considered reckless driving.
Yep.
And then you get to wear handcuffs. Now, I said to myself, I'm thinking, you know what? I'm thinking back to when I was working.
He hasn't said, well, I could go 65. No, I got to keep it at 70.
Well, that's a side story. That had something to do with the transmission. I had to keep it at 70 because if you come down, it wants to go all the way down to first gear at 50 miles an hour. And then the engine goes, ah! So that's bad. So anyway, I get down there and I'm thinking cruise control. Man, get an aftermarket one. Man, where can I get from? Sometimes, but it's never had cruise control. So how do we do that? So then I stumble across this posting, this video, and the guy says, "Hey, would you like to see how this Corolla gets cruise control for $15?" And I go, and I put the brakes on.
His eyes lit up.
And I look at the video and I'm like, what? And then he says, well, here's a little secret. Cruise control is already built into all the Toyotas since date. He says like 2009. Mine's a 99, 97. And then, but I'm watching him and I'm thinking back to when I was remember I was working on the fuel pump issue? That was back in the summer. And I was taking pictures of the engine and ChatGPT says, this is that, and this is that, and this is the cable for your cruise control. And I said, I guess ChatGPT is having an issue because I don't have cruise control. As it turns out, I have cruise control. The only thing that's missing is that little nodulator on the side. So basically,
you went to pick apart.
Not yet. But I'm going to wait till I get the car back, and I'm going to look to see if there is a spot there. If there's a spot there, I'm going to pop it out, and I'm going to see if I can get into it. And if it's there, it's like a 10-minute job to get cruise control. That is the dopiest thing. Why doesn't every car just come with cruise control instead of charging an extra $500 for that one feature? There.
Because we live in a capitalist society.
No.
And and the thing of it is businesses are there to make money, not just give it away. So it's like if you want cruise control and you're not Dan Mason and you're not curious and nosy about everything that's going on in your car, we can get away with selling you cruise control for $500.
Yeah. Yeah. And I asked ChatGPT, I said, hey, this was for like a 2009. I got the 1997. Does that have the feature built in? And it said 99.99% chance it's there. And I went, son of a biscuit eater. Driving that thing for 3 years without cruise. I'm like, what the Ferengi? Anyway, now
the Americans, because it's like they just
that's
time to have their foot on the gas, making sure that they are paying extreme attention to what they do. No, let's just pop up control and then we can go. You're going to be, in 30 years, you know what you're going to do? You're going to buy one of these self-driving cars that's out there now.
Oh yeah, probably. But they'll only be worth about $2,000. And I go, yeah, I'll take like two. What the heck?
Yeah, again, like I say, you have the what we call the adventurous spirit. Again, you are the reason that this country was formed and became the great country it is because you're willing to stick your head out at the little dumbass thing and go for it. It's like
the American spirit. Hey, is that a Wolverine? They look cute. No, get away. Ah!
Oh, no, here's my pet kimono dragon.
Where is that Smokey the Bear? Where is he? Come on out, Mr. Bear.
Oh, have you heard the latest? Again, a lot of women, they are asked a stupid question and then they give a stupid answer.
Wait. Are you talking about the chick who did the Miss America thing?
Oh, no. That's
right.
That's wrong, stupid.
That's classic.
This one, is that they ask women, would you rather be stuck in the woods with a man or a bear? And the fact is that the majority of women will say a bear. Now, I don't know if you've ever seen the damage that a bear can do.
Well, usually it's gone.
Yeah.
Consumed.
Yeah. You know.
Oh, by the way, speaking of bears, I know, change the subject. Remember we talked about last week where the bear was extricated from the guy's house in the basement, in the crawl space? That's the good news. Bad news, it moved in next door to the other guy's house.
I mean, it's like I saw this movie. I told you last week, I saw this movie, Cocaine Bear.
Oh, yeah.
And you know, no, like I say, there's no way that I'm going to talk about wanting to be. Well, number one, I'm not a country boy to begin with. It's like, so I have no business in the woods for any reason on earth. And you know, again, that it told on me when I was a teenager because, you know, we moved down here when I was 16, 16, that age where, everything. Yeah. So, and man, it's like these guys that lived around my house, they like, hey, let's go into so-and-so and so-and-so. Oh yeah, you got to go behind that house. And then, oh no. Because all I see back there are trees. I don't see any buildings. I don't see any wells. I don't see nothing but trees. And that means that I don't belong there because I'm not Tarzan. I don't live in the trees.
That's where trees belong. Trees belong there. Humans belong where the houses are.
That's exactly right.
As the way God intended it.
Oh my God.
Now, let's see. What am I going to talk about? Oh, I wanted to give a gripe out. We talked about the new Alexa coming out last time. Yeah. Okay. So my son thought it'd be fun to load up the new pod, the new Alexa pod. Now, what I liked about the old Alexa was that I could use a regular USB connector,
right,
and just plug in and get connected, and life was good. The brand spanking new one is a barrel connector. So it's a round little hole, which means it goes down to a cord, which means it goes down to what do they call them? I'm gonna use the word mushroom or whatever. Anyway, a knob on. There's a word for it. Dagnammit. Anyway, it's called a dagnammit. No. Anyway, it's the little converter thing. So you're going to plug that into the wall, which now takes up 2 spaces, right? So
you mean adapter?
The adapter. There's a wall wart. That's the word I'm looking for. Wall wart. I was thinking mushroom, but that's close. So I now have a wall wart just to run this stupid AI. And of course, every time it comes up, I have a little green notification. Alexa, what's my notification? Good afternoon, Dan. Good news. You can now upgrade your new system to the new Alexa app. Would you like to press that now or later? Oh, okay. So now I have no choice. Later. Okay. We'll set it up later for you. Oh, God. They're pushing it because they want to make it a subscription just to talk to Alexa, which is about as intelligent as my dog. Which is not very much.
I've dated some Alexas in my life. Oh my God, dumb as a box of rocks. I mean, it's like I look back on it and I go, "What the hell were you thinking?"
Oh, I think you need this. Nope, we're gone. Hold on, we'll be right back, boys and girls.
Oh man,
we're running out of time.
I adventure.
Hey,
Too much alike.
Today in history, January 18th, 1670. Henry Morgan captures Panama and sticks it in his right-hand pocket, and it was never found again. Oh, no, we have a Panama Canal now. Oh, sorry, I was completely wrong. Just disregard what I just said. Disregard. Go on, move on. 1778. James Cook the first known European to discover the Hawaiian Islands, which he names the Sandwich Islands. He was toying with the idea of calling it the Pizza Islands, the Bowl of Cereal Islands, and of course the best runner-up, the Mushu Pork Islands. 1903, President Theodore Roosevelt sends a radio message to King Edward VII. Now, we do actually have a transcript of the message. It says, "Hi, King." 1977, scientists finally identify the unknown bacterium as the cause of the mysterious Legionnaire's disease. Yes, the Legionnaire's disease, where as soon as you get the disease, a little fez hat pops out of your head. And finally, 1990, D.C. Mayor Marion Barry was arrested for drug possession in an FBI sting. It's my understanding he was set up. I'm Dan Mason, and that is January 18th. Just when you thought it was safe to come back, a movie so frightening, you'll need to wear Depends, featuring screams by Jamie Lee Curtis. This will scare you to death.
This was no shark attack. This was a boat. You've got to clear the beach.
Are you insane? It's Christmas season. No. The beach stays open. You just figure out that little boat problem that you had there.
Timmy, come out of the water. I don't want you in there right now. There might be a boat. No, but Mom, you come out of that water.
Dang nabbit, will you all please listen to me? I remember back in 1968, there was once a boat with an oar as long as my arm.
What did he say?
I'm sorry. I meant the oar was as wide as my arm.
Oh, yeah. As wide as your arm. Sure.
Explosion scenes directed by Michael Bay.
I think we're gonna need a bigger beach.
Coming soon to a theater near you. Presented by Pentagon Pictures and Slade Co-Productions. In part by Dewey Jipham and Howe. The next big thriller, The Boat. This film is not yet rated.
Blow the man down, sailor, blow the man down from me way. Hey, blow the man down. Rolling along, we keep singing a song. Give me some time to blow the man down. We'll sail over the ocean blue. Our hearts as light as the foam. We'll drop our anchors when day is through in the harbor of home, sweet home. So blow the man down, sailor, blow the man down from me way. Hey, blow the man down. Rolling along, we keep singing this song. Blow, blow the man down.
With a long, long pull and a strong, strong pull, every sailor sings as he goes. Oh, with a song he forgets all his woes. It's a melody everyone knows.
Boy, oh boy, what a rough ocean this is. Whoa, what's the matter, Olive Oil? What's...
The whale's getting me out!
The whale? Who's afraid of a whale? Bring me spinach on. Boy, oh boy, will I shock him.
It is, Papa.
Well, blow me down if it ain't. I'll get him. Will I get him that time, or will I shock him? Oh, I get him that time. What a whale, boy.
Oh, blow the man down, sailor, blow the man down.
On me way, oh, hey, I'll blow the man down.
Rolling along, we keep singing a song.
Give me some time to blow the man down.
Look.
the man down.
Rolling along, we keep singing a song.
Up below. Below that freight to the big man
Hey, Macarena. Hey, Macarena. Put your hands on your hip, put your hands on your arms, flip it up and down, your elbow to the guard. Take up a feet. That's we do the hokey pokey, and that's what it's all about.
Hi, I'm JD Slade.
I'm Dan Mason,
And this is the Slade and Mayson Show.
I gotta tell you, okay, so when we go into that break, I usually go in to get a drink of water or to go to the restroom, something like that. So I'm in my, I turn my headset up because I don't have the monitor up because I don't want to disturb other people with.
Yes, you do.
But so I'm sitting there, I'm going, what the hell is he playing Popeye? This all I can hear is he is not playing a Max Fleischer Popeye cartoon.
That was Blow the Man Down by Carl, Alfred, Lord, and Breen in commemoration of today being National.
Sailor Man.
It is National Popeye Day.
Yes, sir. Popeye. Yes, sir. Have you ever seen the British guy that they based that cartoon on?
Yes, he looks just like Popeye. So what? Dude, look at them arms. Yeah, what do we do with that? Oh, dude, we're building this one.
Of course, there was a cartoon years ago that came out and said, well, they were examining Popeye and they were saying, well, those growths on your arms and legs are not normal.
Have you ever noticed you've never been able to put your arm into a sleeve? Okay. Yeah.
But I will say Robin Williams did a good job.
He did a magnificent job. I know he hated doing it, but man, he nailed it. He nailed it.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Is olive oil.
Now, you do know the story on that. I mean, we're getting off topic, but no, we're not off topic. But they said during the production of that movie, I forget the artist's name, but he's like, there was more cocaine available every flipping where you stood, walked, performed, ate. It was just sitting in jars everywhere. You just
like an old program director's house I used to go to.
This portion of the Slade and Mayson Show is brought to you by I See Something, I See Treats, and I'll tell you what it's all about. It's my buddy Sheila. I was actually talking to her this past Thursday.
You didn't give her my number. It's like, I'd like to talk to Sheila, again, just to rehash old memories.
She did say something about a protective order. Anyway, we'll get about that a little bit later. But anyway, the important thing is they don't open till
order is Al, man.
Talk about a guy with arms. All right, now. All right. Now they don't open till April. They're closed right now. And she says she's already got like 8 dates lined up. So cool. It's filling up quickly. So why is it filling up quickly? What is this all about?
Do not wait to get your finger in the door there, because you are missing a heavenly treat for your palate with I See Something, I See.
Yeah. Yep. All right. That's it. No, I'm just kidding. So I See Something, I See Treats. We talk about this every week. It's a big red truck, and they will come to your little neighborhood, your cul-de-sac, your place of business, your place of worship, and set up shop. And then what happens is you go up to a little booth there and you say,
I would like a pina colada, please.
And they go, okay, I'll get you a pina colada. Do you want a kid size or adult size?
I'll take an adult size, please.
Great. So they give it back to, usually it's Al in the back, and he's got the ice shredding machine, and it makes this snowfall on top. And then he kind of packs it down to a snowball shape. And then he grabs all the different flavorings to make the pina colada, and they put a little tiny spoon, a little straw in there, and he hands it to you. And then you will quite literally cry when it's gone, because it is so smooth. It's not a crunchy ice. It's not ice cream, but it's like smooth like ice cream, like a gelato, but it's not a gelato. It's really hard to explain, but it's a special treat. You want to give them a call at 804-617-8827 to get hooked up to go to your place of your activity, if you will. You can also visit them on the internet. They're at www.ICEYSOMETHIN.
Leave off the G, for goodness sake.
ICEY.com. Instagram, Facebook, basically everywhere, there's an internet connection. Give them a call again, 804-617-8827, 804-617-8827. The number, once again, 804-617-8827.
You'll be glad you did.
There you go.
Hey, buddy.
Yes? What?
You live near a 7-Eleven, don't you?
Yeah, it's down the road to the left, or I could go down the road to the right. Actually, the one that you had that we were going to, that's no longer a 7-Eleven. They used to have gas there. They got rid of the gas, and they got rid of the 7-Eleven. Now it's a ferry market. And they have vape. And there's a neon sign. It's coming on right now. Vape? No, what's this poster going up? Oh, look, they have vape.
You are Mr. Observant, and I'll bet you have never noticed this about 7-Eleven.
You mean the font?
Not only the font, but you're getting close to there's one thing. There's six letters in 11.
Mm-hmm.
5 of those letters on their signs are in uppercase.
That's right.
Do you know why the N is in lowercase?
Yes, I do.
Oh, well, then listen, would you please, inform me? Because like I said, I had never even paid any attention to it. And I've been to 7-Eleven thousands of times.
The wife of the owner, the person who was setting up, said, it'd be really cool.
Let's make people think that we're stupid.
Yeah. And basically they made it a lowercase N while the rest of it was uppercase. And no one said anything, and that's the way it stood.
Like I say, I'd never paid any attention to it until about 15 minutes ago. Yeah, I do my research on the run.
Oh. While I'm busy talking, he goes, Hey, look at that! Did you see the end of it? Yeah, she thought it looked too harsh to make it all caps, so she says, "Let's make it a lowercase n." And he, being the good husband, he went, "Yes, dear. Oh, anything, my dear love, if that'll make you happy. Oh, my." Yes.
Eddie Bird Johnson had a great deal to do with Southland Corporation before, before it became the big conglomerate that it is now.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Totem service 7.
While you're looking 19, that up.
So it switched over 1969. It went to the upper lowercase n, I guess. Okay.
Okay. Again, I don't understand.
But yes, I'm well read. I get the joke. Yeah, been there. Yeah, I know stuff.
Yeah, here's the thing. I told you, we talked about this years ago. I would make a great Jeopardy contestant because I know a little about a lot of crap.
Yeah, I kind of would too. I go, geography? No. Next subject. Radio parts. Yeah. I'm on.
Well, again, I have I have never had any need to know about sharks.
Where going here?
Where I have lived has never been infested with sharks.
Land shark.
And I bring it up because, of course, what is the one state that
Florida?
Thank you. I was going to say.
Is that where you're going to go with that?
With sharks. Well, okay. This past week, a shark got tangled in a crab trap.
I no longer own that crab trap. I'm good with that. I'm good. It's all good. That's yours. You can keep it.
It was rescued by Florida deputies. Now, here's the thing. The word "too many teeth" became the functional official quote of the week.
Oh, my God.
the things that I see in the news, again, it's not always bad news. It's funny news.
Oh, you know what? I have a Florida man story.
Oh,
Thanks for reminding me. I just realized that. Okay, so there is a fellow who is suing Florida for like, I don't know, pick a number, $50 billion, whatever. The reason he's suing is because when he purchased his 2018, 20, 24, whatever the heck it was, Rogue, Toyota, whatever, he was switching insurance companies, and he went to Progressive, and then they said, "Oh, would you like to turn on the auto tracking so that you can, as you're a good driver, you get reduced rates?" And he went, "Oh, hell no, I'm not turning on the auto tracking." And she goes, "All right, well, let me get the never mind, it's already on your computer, on your phone, on your car." And he goes, "Whoa, whoa, 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 what are you talking about?" "Oh yeah, hold on. Yeah, so Toyota turned that on for you, and that actually, so here's what happens. Toyota auto tracks your car. They know how fast you're going. They know where you went. Basically, it's a complete
tracking device.
And it's automatically turned on when you sign those 6,000 pages. Okay? So it's a subscription that they then sell to a third-party provider, who then the third-party provider then sells to the insurance companies. So even though
driver, man, it's like they got you.
So even though he did not want to be tracked, he's being tracked. So this goes back to this goes back to a lot of the conversations we had at the beginning of the show is the whole, I need to have a phone with me at all times. No, here's what you need. You need the ability to have the phone. You can turn it on, turn it off while you're driving. You don't need a display in front of you. I need a speedometer with a needle. I need gas with a needle. You with me so far?
Preferably an alternator. Shows me that.
Maybe have a needle for that. If I want to get like an odometer, an odometer, that's great. And maybe one for the oil pressure, the usual heating. That's it.
The one that looks like a sailboat.
Yeah, there you go. I don't need to know, how often I made left-hand turns or how frequently I used the brakes before I came before a stop sign. And that's all being tracked.
You were speeding on Route 20.
That's the least of it. Yeah, it checks your speed. It knows when you used your brakes, when you did not use your brakes. And now, of course, it's tracking the vehicle in front of you. So now it knows whether or not you're tailgating or not. So all this information, and that's Toyota. That's the most quote-unquote friendliest company out there. GM's doing it. Ford's doing it. Dastana
hand in hand with the insurance companies, man. It's like, hey, there's a kickback to be had.
Well, see, that's the deal. See, the insurance company go, no. See, we're buying it from an outside broker. And then the car companies are going, no. We're not selling it to the insurance companies. We're just selling it to this outside broker, which you gave us permission to on page 467, paragraph 15.
That 600-page document you signed.
Yeah, but you want the car, right?
No, I'm going to do the Dan Mason thing. I'm going to go get right. Cheapy.
I'm getting the old beater cars, and I'm going to keep them riding until they just like melt into the backyard and rust away.
It's like at one point I used to make fun of you because of your old beater cars, but the longer your beater cars get into our show, it means that they're still running and they're still going strong. Yes. So, again, I mean, listen, I have learned many things from this guy over the last few years. It's like, frugality is his biggest talent.
Mm-hmm. In other words, that's the only talent I have.
It's his biggest talent. And, again, and even though it sounds funny and I laugh at him, I got to admire him because, like I say, the rest of us are spending hundreds of dollars for nothing. And he just goes into YouTube and gets a video up on how to fix the dishwasher.
Yeah, it's like, I got a Phillips screwdriver. I can take that off in 5 minutes. What the hell?
Or refrigerator, or if it comes,
The microwave.
In your car.
Yeah, but you know who else does this?
Roto-Rooter.
No. He's listening right now. It's Ted. Ted does the same thing. I taught him how to replace the capacitor on his heat pump. Right?
Wow.
Yeah, we talked about that. Ted works on his cars. Yeah, it's like
now. Here's what I've started doing with again YouTube and such.
Mm-hmm.
I had it's like my cabinet has a lot of things in it, but none of them look like things that you would put together in any way, shape, or form to eat. So I went on YouTube and I was feeding what I had in there, and I came up with a really quick.
You talking YouTube or ChatGPT?
YouTube. It's like, again, and
What?
I was looking for something because I had here's what I had.
Okay.
I had some pasta,
Mhm.
I had macaroni noodles,
Uh-huh.
and I had, like a part of a box of spaghetti because I didn't cook it all.
I got noodles and noodles.
And I thought, you know what I found out makes a great garnish for it? Cream of chicken soup.
Yes, it does. Goes very well, noodles.
And so it's like I have this tray. It's like, again, I've got 3 meals worth of chicken noodles.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, again, but the thing that got me that, and I was going to tell you about is that, you're always talking to ChatGPT. You're always, good God, you talk to ChatGPT more than you talk to human beings.
I get a better answer.
Well, I decided.
Talking people go, oh, that's such bullshit.
We talked last week about people who are using ChatGPT to analyze their illnesses and so on and so forth. So this week, I decided to experiment with ChatGPT.
Oh, what'd you do?
I wrote to ChatGPT and I explained that I'm X years old and my race and da. But again, it's like I love my privacy. I live by myself, and I love my privacy because I am my own best company. Best company I'll ever know. So I asked ChatGPT whether is this a problem? Is this something? Am I cracking up? Because like I say, people go, how can you stay to yourself so much? Yeah. Well, it's like ChatGPT reaffirmed that I'm not screwed up. That it is actually recognizing who I really am and who I really want to be, and I'm very, very comfortable with it. Now, I told Dan this.
Now, what JD doesn't know is
has a link up to my.
I installed a program on his computer so that anytime ChatGPT got a weird question like that, it would just roll a donut, and I get a little pop up, and I go, should I tell him he's ucked up or should I tell him he's okay? And I go, just tell him he's okay. Oh, you're fine, JD. Everything's fine. This is normal behavior. Let me explain to you why.
And that's exactly what it is. But I actually read it and it's like, and I thought, it made perfect sense to me. Absolutely perfect sense.
It's interesting.
It's like, it lets me know that, hey, I'm the normal guy.
Yeah, there was actually a study done recently. People are having great concerns about AI causing psychosis, that it influences and shapes their delusional beliefs. But yes, AI does have the ability to feel empathy and validating, but it actually doesn't cause, according to the paper, it does not cause psychosis. They said, hey, that's on you.
You're psychotic. You were there before
you were there. Yeah. It's like, hey man, we're just putting it into text.
But I was again amazed at the technology. And let me tell you what I did. After I read their response, I actually thanked them for their concise observation. And ChatGPT wrote to me back and said,
you're very welcome, my friend.
Yeah.
Remember, the blue pill is the important pill to have.
Thank you so much for recognizing. It shows what kind of character you have. And I thought, no, you ain't seen the rest of my character, man.
Oh my gosh. Now, after we're done with this and after I spend the next hour posting all this crap, I'm going to be hunting over to a new AI service called Cowork from Claude Code, which is now a part of Anthropic's Claude Opus, that lets anybody quickly turn an idea into a functioning program or app just by using plain old English.
Wow.
So I just signed up a Claude account. I can't wait to get in there. I already have an idea for something. And yeah, we'll see how this goes. This will be a complete train wreck.
Make sure that you're joining us next week.
When I talk about how that worked out or did not, because you got to spend $5 to get some tokens. We'll see. Well, I mean, the $5 will last me 100,000 tokens. But anyway,
no lie, because it's like, yeah, you squeezed the face off of Lincoln, man.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, I learn a lot of stuff on this show.
Yeah,
because I learned a lot from you. Here's the thing that bothered me the whole week. Here's what I thought about, and you'll remember as soon as I say it. Who is going to get that last penny?
Well, talked about the last pennies were nuked off for like $16 million. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm like, wow.
Yeah,
and I all the pennies that I have because that's all I have.
Actually, right over here. Hold on. Wait. Let me pick this up. Hold on. There. This right here in my hand, in my left hand, is one of the very last printed pennies that will ever exist. Now, it's from 1994, but quite frankly, it is one of the very last pennies ever produced here in America. America, land of the brave and the head of the boy. Got a problem in my head for symbol of it. Now, I also wanted to say that AI is in big trouble. Do you remember way back when they said, oh, wait, we're just reading the books. We're not storing the books. We're just reading the books. So it's fair use. Well, here's the problem. If you tell it to say, hey, can you, I'm really interested in chapter 15th, the fourth stanzas of the Harry Potter book of the Temple of Doom. I forget what they are.
Something about the Rolling
Do you remember what the 14th letter in there is? It's a J. Oh, that's nice. Can you read me the sentence before that? And then Harry said to Hermione, I'm going to be going over here because, is that learned or did you store? And that's the big debate. Now they don't know because it's in a black box. Now, I mean, I can remember things, right?
Yes.
Like I remember how to drive a stick shift, but I didn't memorize the book, but I can say, hey, you need to put your foot on the clutch. And in the book, it's like, hey, you need to put your foot in the clutch. And then, hey, you need to make sure your foot is on the brake. And then in the book, it says you need to make sure your foot is on the brake. So there are certain steps, there are certain things, there are certain ways of saying things that there's really only one way of saying it or doing it. So if you're remembering a story from a book, there's only one way to remember it, and that's verbatim. So I don't know if that's going to be...
Ladies and gentlemen, we tell you this every week. Two things for sure.
Yeah.
AI is going to kill us.
Yeah.
And the bad news is AI is going to kill us.
That's all good. We should be just fine. Don't worry about it, everybody.
I cannot figure out, and I wonder if anybody has asked the question of AI on how one can live forever.
Ooh. Well, we're going to have JD plug that in, and then he's going to get back to us next week when we have yet another installment of the Slade and the Mayson and the show right here. And if we do live forever, it'll sound a lot like this.
Hi, I'm JD Slade.
I'm Dan Mason.
And this is the Slade and Mayson Show.
There you go.
I have a feeling what ChatGPT is going to tell me is that, listen, we've got enough of your voice samples. Is that you'll live forever? We guarantee it.
Or they'll go, "How old are you?" Yeah, you got another 5 weeks. Yeah, get your affairs in order.
Next of kin.
Anybody you need to notify? Say goodbye, Mr. Slade.
Goodbye, Mr. Slade.
Goodbye, Mr. Mason.
I love my job.
Yeah, I log into your weekly, daily podcast just to see if you're still alive. Great. Oh, yeah, he posted Tuesday. I guess he's okay.
Yeah, right. Like I say, you just wait.
What was that last Tuesday?
AI is going to figure out how to do it. Next thing I know.
Coming up, sugary treat.
And it ain't going to be me.
There really is no way that AI could do this program. It could try.
Hey, there's a challenge.
No. No.
See you next week, folks. Bye.
Bye. See ya. Is that it? Are we done?
I think so. Are they still there?
Yep.
The show's over. Go home.
Bye.